I have a question that I want everyone to ponder on, and you can probably tell by the title of the video. Why does Ford not have a Corvette? And what I mean by that is, why does Ford not have a competitor to the Corvette? Ford has the Mustang, Chevrolet has the Camaro, and Chevrolet has the Corvette. To me, that is a working man's supercar, so to speak, and that's in quotations. A Corvette will outpower a Mustang GT. Instead of Ford making a completely different car, they made 10 different variations of the same car. There's 10 different variations of the Mustang, and although I love the Mustang, especially the ones with the Coyote engine in them, Coyote engine is an amazing motor, so I feel like Ford should get together and come up and get them a piece of that market. I would preferably have bought a Ford, but you can't get a stock. There is not a stock Mustang GT that would hang with a stock Corvette. And, that may even sound dumb, me saying that to a few people, but think about it, that's true. Ever since Chevrolet done away with the 305 and put the 350 in the Camaros, Chevrolet has always been faster than Ford. It took Ford, 15 years to even be competitive with them. I understand that, back in the 90s when smog and all this stuff, both of them didn't have but, 200 horsepower from factory. You had to do so much to get by to even have a platform to start with. That is the era that I grew up in and remember and know a little more about. Chevrolet has always had a niche market or a small market for the working man's supercar. This car has the horsepower of a supercar, has the performance of a supercar, and even can turn Nürburgring times as a supercar when you factor in the price. You can go buy a brand new Stingray Corvette for, I think, less than $60,000. That is a obtainable thing for the average person. And, when you start getting into supercars, when I say supercar, I mean, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Ford does have the GT, but that's not a comparable car to the Corvette, in my opinion. How much is a Ford GT, a new one? $500,000? And they only made a limited run of them, where you can go to about any Chevrolet dealership and buy a brand new Corvette. Answer that question for me. Can anybody answer that question? I'm not talking about different variations of the car, the GT350, the Shelbys, the Salient. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about a Mustang and a Camaro versus a Corvette and a big question mark from Ford. Why does Ford not have a working man supercar like Chevrolet? That's something that I've wondered for years, and now that I have hit over 30,000 subscribers, I'm hoping that one of the 30,000 people can answer that question for me. As always, put any information you want me to know in the comments below, the email address right here. If you want to subscribe, you can click to one of the corners. If you want to watch the first video on this car, you can click in the other corner. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being understanding. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Godspeed.